Peace, touching this one. And I just want to make this video about what would America be without the Negro. Alright? I mean, I probably changed the title up, but that's what I'm thinking about, making the title at this point in time. And I just wanted to go over, man, because you got a lot of racist people, man, in some of these comments, man, and they always saying how what black people didn't contribute to this country except violence and drug dealer what I'm saying, roles, as you understand what I mean. They always paint us as these violent gangsters and these people who just indulge in all this illegal and bad activity. Oh, so we're gonna go on and look at some of the stuff that we was doing before these people pumped drugs into our fucking neighborhood. Okay, and in fact, I hope the person who made that comment, I hope you take a look at this video. You understand? I hope you take a look at this video. So let's do this, man. Alright, so I got this article from Avenging the Ancestor Coalition, and it say, "We did it, they hit it." Alright, so I ain't gonna read the prefix, but I'm just gonna go African American history. Alright, even though they say African history, but I'm gonna say Aborigine history. Alright, so the air conditioning unit design was created by Frederick Jones. How many people need ACs? The art museum design, Julian Abel. The baby carriage, William Richardson. The bicycle frame, Isaac Johnson. The blimp, John Pickering. The blood bank, Dr. Charles Drew. The bridge gate, safety gate, Humphrey Reynolds. The chair, John Poldry or whatever. The clock, hold up. the clock, okay? Benjamin Banneker, okay? The clothes dryer, George Sampson. The computer, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. So you mean to tell me the Negro created the fucking computer? Hold up. Alright. Yeah, Philip, I can't pronounce his name, man. I can't pronounce his name. But, like I said, these are some of the inventions. The curtain rod, Samuel Scottron. The dry cleaning process, Thomas Jennings. The elevator, Alexander Miles. The fire escape, Daniel McCree. The fire extinguisher improvement, Thomas Martin. So he didn't create the fire extinguisher, but he improved it. And that's probably the same model we see right now, or whatever. The fireman's mobile ladder, Joseph Winters. The gas mask, Garrett Morgan. I'm sorry, man. I need my glasses. The golf tee, Dr. George Grant. Wow. I didn't know that. The open heart surgery, Daniel Hell Williams. Now, how many of these crackers, I ain't gonna say, I'm sorry, but how many of these Europeans that in power that they have multiple heart surgeries and they're using the technology that a Negro created? The heating furnace, ventilation system, Alex Parker. The ice cream method and recipes. Hold up, man. Hold up. So you telling me the Negro created ice cream? Oh my God. August Jackson, the ice cream scooper. See, they hide that. They say that the Negro just created the ice cream scooper, but not to know that they created ice cream too. Alfred, so the ice cream scooper was created, the spring loaded one. That's the same one we use right now. It was created by Alfred Carroll. I don't know. The ironing board, Sarah Boone. The lawnmower, improved. The rotating blade, John Burr. The lawn sprinkler, Joseph Smith. The library design, Julian Abel. Yeah. The light bulb, they gonna say the electric lamp improvement, but I believe he created the fucking light bulb. Louis Latimer. The lock, Washington Martin, the mailbox, Philip Downing, the overnight delivery. Hold up, man. Hey, hold up. Let me just stop this right here, right? Do you see how many of these fucking inventions that the Negro created, and the Negro is not even in none of these industries? You know, so this is what Negroes was doing before the war on drugs. This is what Negroes was doing in the early 1900s when these immigrants said that they built this country. These is just some of the fucking contributions that your people made, and it's probably more. And there's probably thousands more that we would never think of. How many of these inventions that I went through that people use as luxury right now and don't know that yours truly the American Negro created? Okay. The pants, modern suspenders. I can't pronounce his name. Archia Ross. The pencil sharpener, John Love. The real McCoy. The real McCoy. You heard that saying before, the real McCoy. They say Eli McCoy. They say the term the real McCoy is used to describe anything that is of excellent quality. People began using that term about 130 years ago in honor of one of the most talented, skillful inventors in American history, a man with more than 50 patents beginning in 1872. Although his year of birth is often listed as 1843, it might be 1844, but the exact year is unknown because his records, just like a lot of other records we know, and they didn't cook the books on a lot of this other shit. They say like the records, most of Aborigines, let's take that word African out, Aborigines during that pyramid, they say were often inaccurate because of the indifference of, we gonna say, slave holding. It's saying other races, whites, whatever. All right, so it's a refrigeration. So now look, let's look at this shit. This is a key thing right here, refrigeration. Because if refrigeration didn't exist, there would be no import export. So just think about that. There will be no import export without refrigeration transport system. So that's basically they saying that them are refrigerated trucks. Okay, them are trucks were refrigerated. So if, let's see, Frederick Jones. So if he didn't create the refrigerated truck or whatever, import export would be very difficult at this point in time. The security system, Mary Brown. The Statue of Liberty, a black female, 1875. Haha. The thermostat and temperature control system, Frederick Jones again. The toilet for you nasty ass. I ain't even gonna get into it. Thomas Elkins, but I believe the Moors created the first toilet in Spain and Europe. I believe that's what I believe because they created bathhouses and they created running sewer systems and all the shit that we got now. The traffic signal, Garrett Morgan. I know most of y'all know that already. The trolley, okay? The trolley, Albert Robinson, okay? The typewriter, the improvement, they say. Lee Burridge. The watch, Benjamin Banneker. The watch, Benjamin Banneker, okay? Weather forecasting, computerized, Philip, and I can't pronounce his name. The wrench, Jack Johnson. The wheelchair, stair climbing, Rufus Weavers. So man, these are just some of the damn inventions that they made, like I said, and these are like, I mean, these are just moderate because I got information that the first car was created by a black man, C.R. Patterson, at the same time where Henry Ford supposed to have created the car or whatever. You understand? I'm gonna do a video about that. I want to go in a little depth with that. That's something I want to just really go in. But yeah, C.R. Patterson, he had a car company called the Greenfield car or whatever, automobile or whatever. And how did we go from that to being drug dealers? Huh? That's something you ask yourself, and you other Europeans and you other immigrants who watching this or whoever come across this, please ask yourself the same question. How do we go from making these these great inventions and all these contributions to society without even going to school. You understand? I mean, some of these people had education, but most of these things was invented because of they was invented out of, you know what I'm saying, a need for maybe like to make things easy, more accessible. So I got another page right here. I just want to go in this one real quick. This one is from the Congressional Black Caucus, the Village. It say that the top 10 black inventions you didn't know. All right, so you know, the first one, Benjamin Barron created the almanac. As we know, he created the clock tool. That's why the reason in Europe they call the clock Big Ben in honor of him. Okay, Patricia Bath, the laser surgical device. They said when she created this, immediately she healed fucking 200 to 300,000 people that was blind at that time. Charles Drew, the blood bank. We talked about Thomas Elkins and the modern toilet. Um, we talked about the computer. We talked about the refrigeration machine, which Frederick Jones created. We talked about the light bulb. We also talked about the Alexander Miles, the improved elevator. Garrison Morgan. All right, so some of these is pretty much the ones that was in there. So you know, but look, man, I'll make another video. I want to make a video about C.R. Patterson or whatever because I find it to be like kind of like funny to like how did two people create the car at the same time? How did Henry Ford create the car at the same time? C.R. Patterson created the car, and they wasn't in the same state. So I could tell, like, all right, and it wasn't no internet. It was barely landline phones at that time. So how did one man create something that didn't work with the next man? C.R. Patterson never worked with Henry Ford, but how did he create the car at the same time? You know, I don't know if there was invention of the car because they saying Mercedes Benz created the car, and I'm thinking maybe they pushed up the time that C.R. Patterson created the car because I'm like, look, there was no cars, there wasn't no automobiles in America at that point in time. The early 1900s, there wasn't too many automobiles at that time, but at the same time, here you go, you have a black man who created the car, and no black car industry exists at this time. You got the Japanese all in it, you got the Germans in it, you got the American, well, not the American, the United States Europeans in it, such as Henry Ford and some of these other so-called United States car companies. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do a video about that because I find that to be very interesting. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace. Y'all have a good one. Talk to this one.